Welcome everybody to ShowBiz News. If you're new to our channel, we'd love it if you subscribed and become part of our little family here.
It is a family. It's a family affair.
Yes.
ShowBiz, 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 ShowBiz. The wonderful world of ShowBiz. Okay.
And also, not just the wonderful world of ShowBiz. What we love is the crazy reporting of ShowBiz.
The crazy reporting.
I mean, for God's sake, I've just read something there. It's a photo that they've put up with the caption underneath. Kourtney puts her arm around Mason's shoulders. This is one of the Kardashians as he goes to his art class. He's an 8-year-old boy.
But this is like, you can make a ShowBiz news story out of someone scratching their left buttock in front of someone, couldn't they?
Ridiculous.
Or holding someone's face in a certain fashion. Okay, well, the first ShowBiz story for me is Robert Smith, lead singer of a band called The Cure, which was one of my favourite bands. The Cure have been sort of inducted into the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and there's just quite a funny clip that's gone online. I mean, he's still a real goth. He's so goth. I mean, true goth. No, but true goth is about not being phased, not being flustered, not being thrown out of one's very sort of serious, you know, it's seriously cool, but it's seriously inexpressive sometimes. Anyway, this is a hysterical clip of an overexcited reporter trying to generate the excitement in Robert Smith that she's feeling, having seen him, knowing he's being inducted. So just check this out.
Because this will get everything. Hi guys. Hey, how are you? I'm Carrie. It's so nice to meet you. Hi. Congratulations, The Cure Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees 2019. Are you as excited as I am?
By the sounds of it, no.
Oh,
We'll get there eventually. It's a bit early, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is. Maybe we just need a few drinks.
God, I bet she was cringing.
Touch a bit.
So that's a very funny clip.
Let's watch it again.
Sorry.
Hang on.
Not by
No, not by the sounds. I used to do these things, and the amount of reporters that would almost tear their limbs off.
Because this will get everything. Hi guys.
This will be everything.
Hey, how are you? I'm Carrie. It's so nice to meet you. Hi. Congratulations, The Cure Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees 2019. Are you as excited as I am?
By the sounds of it, no.
What are we gonna do?
I'm sure we'll get there eventually. It's a bit early, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is. Maybe we just need a few drinks.
God forbid.
No, God forbid!
I thought that's what he said.
You're
God
right.
forbid.
God forbid.
Is he sober?
Kiki, can I watch this?
Because this will get everything. Hi guys. Hey, how are you? I'm Carrie. It's so nice to meet you. Hi. Congratulations, The Cure Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees 2019. Are you as excited as I am?
By the sounds of it, no.
What are we gonna do?
I'm sure we'll get there eventually. It's a bit early, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is. Maybe we just need a few drinks.
God forbid.
Oh my God!
That is what you call dissed.
Oh my God!
100% dissed.
I have to say that is deservedly going going viral. So funny. Well, that was my opener for 10.
So funny. So funny.
Come on in, top that.
Oh God, Justin Bieber, who... Okay, I've got mixed feelings about Justin Bieber because I feel really sorry for him because I think nobody can truly understand what it must be like to have that level of fame from a young boy. And there are all the rumours of what it was like with his parents and blah, blah, blah. And I have heard rumours about him being a bit of a sport brat, but God, who could blame him?
What's he done?
This is just classic what we were talking about earlier. He's a young man, newly married, and he did an April Fool's joke.
Oh, right.
Where he pretended that his wife was pregnant, showed a scan with a baby in it that he'd lifted off Google.
Right.
He then later put up a scan with a puppy in it.
Right.
But he has been vilified by people saying
no.
pregnancy is no joke.
Right.
I am around people that can't have a baby. Blah, 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 blah. And I just don't think the two things have got anything to do with each other. He's made a full sort of apology, but in the same breath has also said, but come on, you know, you're always going to offend somebody these days. The intention again. He wasn't intending to hurt people that couldn't have babies. He was having a bit of a joke.
Well, that goes back to something we were discussing earlier, which is especially if you've got such an enormous fan base, which he has, millions, 107 million followers. I mean, you're bound to offend only a small minority of 107 million, which could say be 2 million, is quite a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean,
he said
otherwise...
and one of the things he says is, you sometimes just don't know what will hurt someone's feelings. And of course you don't. And he's only a young boy that's lived, let's face it, a very unusual life.
Yeah.
So I just felt a bit sorry for him. He's struggling at the moment with depression. You know, he's newly married. It's like, give the kid a break.
Yeah. I've got to say, in my defence, I like to take comedy right to the edge. You know, if I'm being silly.
April Fool's.
Exactly, it's an April Fool's. And in this day and age where everyone is so media savvy and across everything, you've got to really almost take things to the very edge
to get
a rise or to get a laugh. So I think you've just got to accept, guys. Here's the thing: a lot of people go on social media and get offended. Unfollow the person.
Yeah.
Don't get offended anymore. Justin Bieber, by the way, we must at some point illustrate to our followers what happens when you play a certain Justin Bieber song. I get the Bieber bumps.
Oh, it's so funny. You know, like Goosebumps, he gets the Bieber
but
bumps.
they literally come on.
It's hilarious. You can see them grow. We'll have to film it.
I have to do it. Well, a story that drew my attention was David Blaine. I know you were very excited.
Now, I
about
haven't
him for a
read
while.
this story, but I can just see the headline. But I was a massive fan of David Blaine.
Yeah,
I had the biggest crush on him.
Did you?
There's something about people that can do magic that is very pullable for me. I love magic.
Well,
and he was so beautiful. He was the first that I had ever seen of a street magician. I'm talking about a long time ago.
Yeah.
And you remember he just started out, and it was before we had really
Yeah.
Instagram and all that stuff. Is our other daughter?
Sorry. Hello, Maddie. How are you?
But then you could see over the years a decline of his mental health, couldn't you? Do you remember when he was in the glass box for a long time?
Yeah.
In the middle of London. There was the time when he went on to, I think it was This Morning, and he wouldn't say a single word in the whole interview. So he's
some
obviously
people
suffered with his
suggested that
mental
he'd
health.
actually starved his brain of oxygen in some of his actual tasks. I just think he had zero personality and charisma beyond his magic. I guarantee.
Well, hang on a minute. You can't say zero personality and beyond his magic.
Well,
to be able to do magic is
It's
first
not
of all
about personality. It's
no,
about
no.
trickery.
You said personality and character. First of all, you have to be so disciplined. You have to be so studious. You have to be. There's a lot of skill, hard work, and talent that goes into be a magician that can also perform. Why? What's happened?
He's been accused of sexual assault claims. Now, I've known this about David Blaine for a while because I know that someone in London brought rape claims against him.
God, really?
Back in 2004, and I know Scotland Yard eventually had to drop the case. But yeah, the New York NYPD are investigating sexual assault allegations, which were confirmed on Monday. So apparently the accusation is 2 women suggesting that he committed sexual assault in his Manhattan apartment in '98. Now, he's funny.
So has he been charged?
He's under investigation now, so he hasn't necessarily been arrested.
Well, if this happened, those poor women, and my heart goes out to you. I didn't know that.
But it yet again goes.
But if he didn't do it, my heart goes out to him.
But this is the problem again. It just flags up for me this idea of should we even be running these stories until anything's confirmed? Because
well, that's a very long and big debate because, of course, police will argue
that unless you put it out there, other people won't come forward. I'm amazed that you found him you find magicians alluring, do you? If I could do magic tricks, you could.
I love it.
So if I was to be worried about you leaving me, would it be leaving me for a magician?
Probably.
You're joking.
Yeah.
So a magician could just make me disappear.
Yeah.
I mean, would emotionally. If you haven't seen it, there's a film called The Incredible Mr. Burt Wonderstone, which is a piss take of him, and Jim Carrey plays the magician. It's very funny. He draws a drill bit into his forehead. It's very good.
Stephen Baldwin calls out brother Alec for spirit of hate over abortion boycott.
I always want to like Alec Baldwin. That's a shame. Is he a bit of a... What's he done?
No, Alec Baldwin's quite scurrilous. Did you never hear that?
Is he?
The way he treated his daughter.
Oh, no, I heard that. Yeah, no, what I'm saying is there's something about the cut of the jib. There's something
I like
about
him
his
as
jib.
an actor.
Yeah, I like him as an actor.
But what I've heard, I mean, obviously he's got problems with drink and obviously that leads to bad behaviour. But Stephen Baldwin, we had him here, if you're Americans and watching, he was on a show here that we have, Celebrity Big Brother.
Oh, is that him?
And he was very funny, wasn't he?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. He's very religious. And Alec Baldwin has signed a letter threatening to boycott the state of Georgia if the Governor Brian Kemp signs a bill restricting abortion
So hang on.
into law.
Scroll me back. Alec Baldwin is in favour of choice.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Stephen is very religious.
Yeah.
He's very religious. So Stephen has put out a tweet that says, avoid, and then this is direct quote, avoided tweets like this long as I could now. Now too overwhelming. Love will ultimately win. Jesus of heart. But for so long, I've sat back and trusted God as my own family members have perpetrated the spirit of hate through abortion, mockery and blindness. Hashtag sad, hashtag Alec, hashtag hates, hashtag pray.
It's not grammatical, is it?
No. It's almost like he's had a couple of drinks.
Well, it's almost like he's annihilated drunk. Yeah. It's almost like he's talking in tongues.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's cross with Alec because Alec is making a... Well, I'm pleased
Yeah.
that Alec's making a stand about a female issue.
Yeah. He then put out a second one that said, it's the so-called Christians that hate the haters most. But what does our Bible say? More so-called believers ask me all the time, what are we going to do about these brothers of yours? I always say, God's got them and you're praying for them.
Okay, so a little bit of sibling kick-off
So a bit of
there.
sibling rivalry going on.
It's not going to be
there.
fun around their gaff at Christmas, is it?
And he was one of many, actually, Alec Baldwin was one of many celebrities who have signed Elisa Milano's letter threatening a boycott. We believe in choice, but I also really do respect people that don't, and people that feel passionately that they have to somehow fight for that. I understand how you could come from that, but
I do think you're taking it a bit far when you start killing people at abortion clinics when you're actually saying you're protecting life.
Absolutely.
That's the point I get a bit confused.
It's a bit confusing
Isn't the life of the mother important?
Yeah.
Anyway, Game of Thrones, bloody Game of Thrones. Nadia's the only person in the country who's not excited. So Game of Thrones is landing in 12 days. A little bit of a story here about discrepancies in pay between gender groups.
Oh God, I saw this.
Yeah, so Sophie Turner, great little actress, who's in Game of Thrones, who plays Sansa Stark, revealed that she earned £158,000 per week, whereas
Per week?
Whereas Kit Harington, who plays Jon Snow, earned £537,000 per week. Now, when you see a story like that, you think that's awful. But then, you know what? You have to dig into it a little bit. And so that's their headline.
Well, first of all, I haven't heard of her, but I've heard of him.
Right, you haven't heard of her, and you heard.
And
Well,
what's
she's
their
the star
part
of she's the star of a new X-Men film that's about to land called Dark Phoenix. So she's quite a big thing.
So their names, would you say, are equal?
No, I'd probably say in terms of Game of Thrones, but his storyline is infinitely bigger. His shoot days, and she herself goes on to say. The 23-year-old actress said, Kit got more money than me, but he had a bigger storyline. And for the last series, he had something crazy like 70 night shoots, and I had none. You know, it's easy to generate a headline about pay discrepancy, but sometimes it is as simple as, is your story more? Are you having to do more antisocial nights? Are you getting paid per day? Not for the part.
But a lot of it is to do with fame. Because I don't entirely believe that, because if some big star came in and had two days' work, they would,
they would command more.
Yeah, you do command more by, and I've never seen or heard of her, but I know his face and I know his name. The three girls, the three Kardashians, were last night on the Jimmy Kimmel show.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, and he asked
the question that I asked.
To ask Khloe, who is the one that's been so horribly cheated on by her Tristan Thompson, the basketball player. She was previously married to a basket player, Lamar Odom, who countless infidelities, drug abuse, blah, blah, blah.
You heard it here first. I did ask the question on our last ShowBiz News. I said, do you think she needs to stop dating basketball players?
Everybody does.
I know,
It's
but...
not just you that says
I know, but Jimmy Kimmel's getting all the news.
Can I just finish the story?
Yeah.
So he asked her whether she would be maybe dating any more basketball players, and she said, you know, what can I do? I like what I like, making it very much sound like she was gonna. She said she loves going to watch basketball, she loves the whole thing, but maybe she should have listened to her grandmother, who suggested she dated an accountant.
Can you really say that you are just drawn to some certain types of men because of the certain thing they all do? I mean, that's a bizarre way of... I'm drawn to basketball players because I like watching cricket, but it doesn't mean I want to
I think somewhere in there, to
friends
be
with
at the level of fame that the Kardashians are, with the level of money that they earn, you got to be looking for somebody with the same sort of fame and the same sort of money, I suppose. I mean, I don't know. What do we know? We're from South London. Also, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have set up outside of the palace their own Instagram account, and they got 150,000 followers within the first 30 minutes.
I'm going to send them a direct message.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll get an answer?
No. This is interesting because you know the Queen posted her first ever Instagram photo the other week from her own official account.
Yeah.
And it was an image of it was a really dry image of a letter written by some ancestor of hers about something or other. It's very boring. I don't think she's got the concept of how visual Instagram is, the Queen. So
their first Instagram post has said, "Welcome to our official Instagram. We look forward to sharing the work that drives us, the causes we support, important announcements, and the opportunity to shine a light on key issues. We thank you for your support and welcome you to Sussex Royal." Do
you think that's her more than him? She's I bet she's a bit social media.
I don't know. Well, she was very big on social media before they got married. Harry has also said today he will be following to the letter the way that William has brought up his kids, and one of those being that he will very much keep them out of the limelight.
Out of the limelight. Well, you see,
I love Prince William's children, and Kate. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. Those kids.
Are they? They sort of,
they're adorable.
They vaguely look like they've had.
They
look like they've had the faces of past monarchs cut and pasted onto their little bodies.
They're just gorgeous.
Don't you think?
Oh, they're gorgeous.
I do. I think they do. I wonder whether this sort of Meghan and Harry Instagram account is really going to have those sort of indiscreet moments and moments of authenticity and relatability. How much relatability is there going to be?
I don't think so.
Did you say 130,000 in 15 minutes?
150.
Wow!
And just a last little one, Kourtney Kardashian.
Not another Kardashian.
Has launched her website called POOSH. P-O-O-S-H.
Is there anything to do with poo?
When she was asked why she called it POOSH.
Why? Why did she call it POOSH?
She didn't know.
She didn't know? Maybe it was just a word that she said. Maybe she just made the sound.
She said it's always a word she's liked.
They're funny with their words, like with their kids. They just call them. It's like when they have a child in the Kardashians, they look around them and they go lamp. It's like that guy in Anchorman.
So anyway, she set up this website, lifestyle and wellness website, and she set it up with her best friend from school.
Yeah.
And she says, you know, her and her sisters got it wrong in the beginning. They all started with apps that people had to buy into. That's the Kardashian apps you had to pay.
Right.
And she wants to do something very different so that it's free for people. But of course it will be, because can you imagine what she will earn from the advertising? I mean, apparently Kendall Jenner got paid $250,000 this week for one bloody post.
I heard that Kendall is setting up a candle business.
And moving on. Anyway, so to launch her wellness and lifestyle website is just one picture after another. I mean, she's practically nude in every picture. Look at this one, POOSH.
I know why it's called POOSH. I know why it's called POOSH.
Look.
Oh my God, babe, that's like that photo I got of you with your mugs.
You know what it's like? It's a bit like, oh God, what's that tour that everyone does? The naked tour. They take, it was the best.
Oh yes, I know the one you mean. Calendar Girls.
It's like a Calendar Girls.
Don't you just love
poster.
how she's situated?
She's
yeah, I mean,
she's beautiful.
It made me go POOSH.
POOSH.
That's what you look like in the bath.
POOSH. POOSH.
It makes men go
Mark,
POOSH.
Go POOSH.
POOSH.
Go POOSH. There's another one. Look.
Where?
Oh look, that's her putting her arm around her son's shoulders.
POOSH.
Look. And that's just about POOSH from us today, folks.
I hope when you click on it, it goes
POOSH.